nasty, crusty headlights and want them to go from this to this, watch the whole video and find out how I did it. Using some 3M Scotch tape, some 6-inch pads from Simonis. We're going to be using a 1000 grit and 2000 grit sandpaper, a polisher from Certified, it's a 6-inch polisher. We're going to be using a headlight restorer from Simonis. We're going to be using a headlight sealant from Simonis as well. We're going to be using a microfiber towel, an applicator pad, and a little garden spray gun. So next step is just masking this entire panel up. So next off, we're going to be wet sanding this entire panel down, or headlight. So we're just gonna clean this panel down. Then we're gonna go on it one more time with 1000. Clean our sandpaper. Just gonna wipe it down and give it a minute to dry. And we'll show what it looks like. So as you can see, most of the clarity is all gone, any of the yellow oxidation. So basically what the 1000 grit did was just take off any of that dirt and grime that was just embedded into it. And next we're gonna be doing 2000 grit, which will make it less foggy and just generally smoother. So next off, we're going to be using some 2000 grit sandpaper, just wet sanding this entire headlight down to ultimately make it smoother. We're going to rinse it one more time and then just do a 2000 grit one last time before we get into polishing, just to make sure that any spots that we have missed are all hit with the 2K. Just gonna rinse it down one last time. And then just give it a wipe. We're gonna let it air dry now. Give it about 5 minutes or so. And then we're gonna get onto the polishing step. So now we are on to the polishing step. I'm gonna be using some Headlight polish restorer from Simonis Platinum. I like to use this stuff, and I find Simonis brand to be pretty, you know, clean and, oh, this bottle's making noises. I like to throw about 4 dots on my pad and then just dab it on there before getting to the actual polishing part. Now I like to work it in slowly before actually pushing a little bit. So now we're gonna start polishing. Done polishing. Now we're gonna get our microfiber cloth that we've been using. Just wipe down any excess residue that's been left onto the light. And as you can see, it's already looking like brand new. Now we just have one more step before actually giving this to the customer. And basically we're going to be sealing the headlight with some Simonis Headlight sealer. So I'm gonna let this sit on there for a minute, and then we're gonna use this Simonis stuff. Okay, so last and final step, we're going to be using our sealer from Simonis, and we're gonna be using this applicator pad and just kind of break it into there. Ooh. Just gonna throw a couple of dots around. This will basically make it a little bit more long lasting. Oh, almost dropped it. And then we're just gonna kind of work it into there and wipe off any residue that may have been left onto there. So, yep. Basically, we're almost done. And usually I like this to sit for about 15 minutes after wiping it off, until it actually gets outside to like any water or anything, so it can kind of harden and just, you know. Alrighty, done that. Now we're going to be taking all the tape off. So there's the before doing any sanding or polishing or anything like that. and here is the after. I'm really curious to see what you guys think, and like the video and subscribe.